Is anyone still doing the sugar diet? If I think every single person that hopped on the sugar diet did it either because of Cole Robinson or Mark Bell. I did it because of Cole Robinson just to try it out, and I can tell you, um, it definitely worked. But it's more of a tool than it is a long-term, like day in and day out diet. And now everyone sees he's on the low-fat, moderate protein, higher carb diet. So almost zero fat, high carb, and moderate to low protein. So if you follow Cole, I think he's more of a person just to take for what he is and just learn about things. But I wouldn't say he's someone to like just follow long term because of how much he flip flops and goes back and forth. Because the majority of people are just looking to lose weight and they want a solution that isn't complicated, right? And it's not complicated. Like I'm looking at his past videos from just like 2 months, and it's sugar diet, and it's like how to lose weight, sugar fasting, eating McDonald's. I mean, it's just how to lose weight eating 10,000 calories a day, which he said 100,000 calories. This says 100,000 calories a day. 1,000 cal. This is old. This one's 6 months. What I eat in a day, sugar fasting, how to complete a 72-hour sugar fast, blah, blah, blah. I think if anyone's still trying to lose weight, right, there's no reason to hop off the sugar diet until you get to a point where you feel like you're losing muscle or something like that. And even then, that's not a worry if you're working out, right? That's why he switched. He's like, don't worry about muscle loss. Don't worry about it. And then he freaked out and switched to the super low fat, high carb, moderate protein, right? And then he's posting all these videos of like old school bodybuilders from the 90s, how that's what their diet was to get shredded. And I mean, it's simple. If you completely eliminate fat, you'll get shredded because, I mean, 30 grams of fat is nothing from butter or from some oil or something like that. But that's like 200-ish 200 to 300 calories right there, close to it, about 270, 280. And if you think about it, if you take your fat out of your diet every day, over a week, I mean, 300 is not much, but that's around 2,100 calories, right? That's 2,100 calories you're taking out of your diet just by doing a zero fat diet, right? And just eating normally. If you just eat normally on a high carb, moderate protein, low protein, zero fat diet, meaning you're not tracking calories. That's what I mean by just eating normally. You're not tracking calories, but you're not eating any fat sources. You'll lose weight 100%. That's why carnivore works. That's why it's best to tell people when they're doing carnivore, hey, don't track calories when you're doing carnivore. That won't work for me because I would eat 5,000 calories in a day, easy, on carnivore. But I don't know if I could do that day in and day out, right? So that's why if you tell a regular person who's just dieting to lose weight, lose fat, hey, just start the carnivore diet, don't track calories, stick to eggs and meat and water. Eggs, meat, salt, water, right? And after 2 months, they'll probably lose a decent amount of weight in water and some in fat. Because once again, you're taking out carbs, you're eliminating that macronutrient completely, and you only have calories coming in from the fat and protein. So, yeah, I'm still just going through his all of his thumbnails are just hilarious. I mean, I love listening to the dude. He gets me going in the gym just by yelling and saying all this stuff. It's just like great background noise to have. But I think if you want to take what he says and his advice, take what he does right now and do it for 3 months, and don't flip flop and freak out when he does, right? And he says it in a video the other day with Mark, it's like kind of like a marketing thing he does, goes back and it's like, all right, but I think the people who watch the videos think that they're like, oh man, he's switching again, I got to switch too. So yeah, if you're going to start it, you're not going to do any harm if you just do his current diet right now, which is zero fat, low to moderate protein, and high carb, right? If you do that with whole foods without tracking, you'll be fine. Try it for 3 months and see where you end up. And then and then you can still implement sugar fasting days, where if you have like a heavy sugar craving, I would still stick to whole foods. If you want, you can get candy or something, but I would still stick to whole foods. I mean, for me, it's literally watermelon, right? When I'm craving sugar, if I have watermelon, I just keep eating it. Just keep eating it and eating it, and then I put some zero calorie sweetener on it, mix it up in there. It's delicious. It's great. And that's so low in calories, you can't beat watermelon. They're super cheap right now. And that's what I do to kill that sugar craving, right? Whatever you need to do to kill that craving, because I guarantee you, if you do 2 days of that, you won't even care about wanting sugar anymore. You'll probably crave protein or something more savory. So that's what I've been doing. Sugar diet mixed with carnivore days, where I just have straight eggs. Because carnivore for me, I've tried it with meat, bacon, and eggs before. And the meats, I enjoy eating the meat, but for some reason I don't enjoy it as much as the eggs. Like, I don't really care to like cook up a burger patty day in and day out, but I can do that with eggs. Bacon, I can do it with bacon too, but I just don't like all the fat in the bacon. So I'll just do eggs. You know, I'll have a couple sugar fast days with moderate protein, and then I'll do, or not moderate protein, I'll do sugar fasting days where they're super high in fruits and some starchy vegetables. And then I'll just have like a normal day, like what he's doing, with high to moderate carbs and then low to moderate protein. Then I'll have a sugar fasting day, which is just like straight sugar from fruit. I do have some fruit snacks, stuff like that. And then I'll do a carnivore day. The carnivore days are actually really nice because it gives your digestive system a rest, right? Like, it almost allows everything to like cool down, actually feel quite nice and like relaxed. So you're not constantly eating all these vegetables. Because even though with sugar fasting and the sugar diet, it's not high calories in these foods, right? But it still takes a while to digest them. You know, you're filling your stomach up with all these foods. They might not have that many calories in them, but it's still a lot to digest. That's why all these bodybuilders who do like whole food diets, they're saying, oh, it's so hard eating 4,000 calories a day. And I'm like, how is that hard? Like, how is eating 4,000 calories a day hard? Well, if you're strict like they are and you're eating 4,000 calories a day of chicken breast, rice, and broccoli, yeah, it's going to be hard, right? First of all, mentally, you're just going to be tuned out. You're not even going to want to continue to do it. But yeah, I'm still looking at this man's thumbnails. They're just hilarious. Let's see. This is his old channel when he got banned. Let me go back to the other. I wonder if he got banned again. Let me go back. Sugar fasting versus fat. This is 3 weeks ago. I haven't listened to him a minute because... Hey, fatty! There we go. Where's his Mark? This is sugar fasting. Where's his Mark Bell one? Let me see if I got... He did another hour on Mark Bell, or hour and a half. I wanted to watch that. I haven't had time. But yeah, I just wonder how many people are still doing sugar fasting diet, right? Because I did it for a couple weeks at a time, and you feel great. I mean, you don't have any cravings like you do when you do straight carnivore. You don't have like that kind of like weakness where you feel kind of stiff, because if you're somebody like me who walks a decent amount, you don't have like that stiffness where you're lacking carbs. And then people say, well, that's an electrolyte issue. It's like, well, I don't know how many electrolytes you need to literally have. Downing salt on everything, having potassium salt, having magnesium. It's like, why not just have a little bit of carbs, you know? And that eliminates that whole need to be like buying your element on freaking Amazon for $20 a packet. I don't know where the video is at. I swear he just posted, unless it's just 26 minutes long. No? Well, anyways, I just wonder who's still doing the sugar diet, like strictly. And if you're not, because Cole veered off from it, I would just go back to it if it worked. And if you want to do the new diet he's doing, don't veer off when he switches again, because I mean, he's repeated himself multiple times, flip-flopping, going back and forth between diets, fasting techniques. And I think the majority of what he posts is more so diet tactics rather than just straight weight loss, like diet programs for people to do. Like the sugar diet, it's more of like a tactic to use and combined with other dieting strategies like carnivore. So, you know, you have 2 or 3 days carnivore where you're going to be eating low calorie because you're eating straight protein and fats. And then you can have a sugar diet day where it's still going to be lower calories because you're eating mainly only carbs. So, you know, it's just a bunch of tactics he's put together. But people get confused when they're new. It's like, because people just want to lose weight. You know, they don't want to flip-flop back and forth, and they get confused, and it's the same thing with program hopping and weightlifting. Just stick to the same thing. That new program's not going to make that much difference unless you're literally doing 5 hours of cardio and you go to doing like 1. But yeah, that'll make a difference. You know, but all these people putting in all these different programs when they weightlift, RPE, RIR, all this other bull crap that just confuses them when they just want to lift weights and get in shape. You know, no one wants to put all that extra bull crap into it when they don't need to. But yeah, let's see if anybody's still doing it. Comment.